This game is absolutely incredible, rich, complicated. What a battle between two top players. Pragnananda had black, playing against Fabiano Caruana. It was a French defence. Prague whispers on guard as he makes the first move, and it was played in the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz event. Just started over there in the States, a grand chess tour event. Let's dive in. It was round 3 of the day. What a climax to this one. Do we see a razor sharp winner with the bishop? No siree. Advanced variation here. Let me silence the phone. Apologies. Now we see the knight drop back. Pawn f4 and c5. This is the classic way to play from both players. The knight's now streaming into the game and bishop e3. Both players fighting hard for the centaur, especially Fabi. We know he loves it. Now we see a6. Many moves in that last position. This is the game. Queen d2 on the board, bishop e7, both players getting their bits out now, and Prague gains a ton of space over on the queen side. He wants to get these ones rumbling. a3 just puts a little lid on it. Queen b6 natural, and now knight d1. Looks super weird. Dad's a little bit ashamed, but it does get out the way of the pawn. Maybe rotate one day. Let's keep cracking on. Both players now playing the logical moves, and pawn c3 sets up a wonderful connect 4. Fabi only goes and wins himself a day out on the town. Disco dancing time with Jan Nepomniachtchi in the big bird outfit. He loves it. What a night they usually have. And now we see captures here. You want to create tension in the center on this pawn, so this is natural. One day you'd love to gobble it, but not so easy. b4 is now on the board, going for the queenside counterplay, and after pawn a4, a very thematic move here. What did black play to carry on the development? Yes, bishop a6. Well done if that positional idea came to you. Very standard in these structures to exchange those bishops. Now we see the rook hit the open file, natural, and we expect something like knight f2. Maybe g4, aggressive, look for f5. But Fabi starts with bishop d3, tiny bit weird. Prague now starts manoeuvring in this closed structure, opens the rook. We get rook a2, more cagey chess. What's the big plan here? Takes is played, queen recaptures, and queen a6 now. And somehow Prague is just feeling the flow here, knowing the pieces to exchange, knowing the plans. Fabi steps off here, and now f5. Looks kind of weakening. This pawn could be sensitive, but you stymie the white plans of pushing pawns, generating an attack, and if you take en passant, well then the knight recaptures, finds an amazing home on the e4 square. So Fabi just went h3. We can see what's on the cards. Knight c6 on the board, and here we go. g4, Fabi whispers vamos as he blasts off with the pawn. Everyone's having fun. Bishop d8 in response. Wonderful manoeuvring chess here from Pragnananda. Going for the base of the chain. Very Nimzovician, however you say that word. Rook af2's on the board here. And it looks nice, it looks scary, but they're kind of jammed here. Piled up on a file that's not opening. Knight e7's on the board, and therefore if you take, this one is springing to life a monster. Especially with the dark squared bishops gone. Light squared bishops, sorry. Wrong one. King h2 is played. Bishop b6. Rook g1. Fabi thrashing a bit, going for a new plan here. Pragnananda even puts a piece on the starting square. He's chilling that much. In comes the knight. Everything's about to collapse, but fear not. The bishop simply backs up. The queen covers the base. h6 on the way. Now we see the rook double on the g-file. Fabi spending tons of time here. Can he instigate the breakthrough? Rook c7 prepares to double. Queen b2 now. h6. Bye-bye pony. And takes on g4. A bold move by Prague. Are you not bringing those rooks to life? Takes? How about this? Didn't happen. We're in analysis mode. Well, then there's knight f5. This is the problem. An attacking and defensive monster at the same time. Rook also covers. Black's doing great here. Big advantage. Queen might invade soon. Let's back it up. Fabi recaptured with the pawn. Covers this square. He's dreaming of the f5 break one day. Then the d pawn becomes a bit looser as well. Queen d3 was played in response though. Prague invading here. Both players now under 5 minutes roughly. And rook e2 was played. Defends that bishop somewhat. Prepares knight f2. This one re-enters the game. There goes the pony. Finally ungluing itself from the back rank. Creating the nay stack. Lovely. Queen hits c3. And after rook c1, there they go. Into the blender. We're into an endgame. And it's black standing a smidge better. Now most players are going rook fc8, let's say. Challenge the file. Maybe bishop b6. But Prague finds this absolutely brilliant move. Turns the game on his head. Knight takes on d4. Brilliancy. Sacking an entire rook. If it's taken, this didn't happen, then this is the point. You've got knight takes here with check. If I can get the move to be played. King g3 and bishop takes is actually the best response. Now I'll show you the top line, which is knight h3 to cover this pawn. Yes, the knight now escapes, but fear not. You gobble this one. And when the smoke clears, white is an exchange ahead. But these pieces are very active. Huge dark squared grip. Protected passed pawn. Active rook. Passive knight. There's tons of compensation. Black's even a smidge better. So let's back it up. That's one possible line if rook takes, allowing this. It wasn't played. Fabi plays the best move. And it's bishop takes on d4. It allows the rook to drop here. But then you gobble up this bishop on a7. So Prague has now given a rook, or two knights, sorry, for a rook. Or a knight and a bishop, if I can work it out properly. Normally the two minors are stronger. But Prague's seen something. Watch this. The seahorse is spawned, hits this bishop, saves itself, and now an excellent move. Opening lines for the rooks here. Pawn g5. What a shot. Because if you take, this one's loose on f3. If you push, not helping. Too many pieces on the square. So in the game, king g2 covered the knight. We see takes on f4. Prague's winning a lot of pawns now for his piece. This one's pressured. We see this knight rotating. Hits the rook. Saves itself. Now we see knight c5. And it's a massive blunder, as you can see. But so tricky. The best move there was knight d to e1. You know, the knight was attacked. But very passive. Very difficult to play. This one goes forward and goes for the pawn. However, there's a problem. The excellent response. Rook b8. And you hit this bishop, which is running perilously short of squares. If bishop c7, didn't explore this. Okay, rook takes on c5 is best. And you win back some material. Plus you're ahead now. Couple of pawns, I think. So let's go back here. This was played, hitting the rook. Rook moves away. Check. King goes. You do extricate the bishop, but this pawn is now a problem. Takes. Bang. Excellent tactical shot. Because after takes with check, this was the game. The king munches on f6. The knight's got to move. No, it doesn't. The bishop now defends the knight and hits the rook. And it's black that's ahead. Despite the two minors, the rooks are having fun. So active, working with the pawns, protected passers, king is active. What to play here? Well, you could check to save the rook. But the even cooler, more swashbuckling move is played. King g5, absolutely epic. Allowing the rook to be taken. This is what was played. This rook has to move. And then coolly and calmly going rook b4. An amazing activation. King f2, rook e4 hits this knight, saves itself with a check. King eats a pawn here. How many is that now? 4 pawns for the piece, and they're connected, and they're passers. This is terminal, but you have to finish it off. Watch this for a finish here. Rook e3 marches in. Incredible technique from Prague. Not faltering, not stumbling. Here comes the king. Easily worth a knight at this stage. Rumbling those pawns home. And look at that. Preparing rook e2 check. King driven away. c2. White soon goes for the counterplay with these ones if you're fast enough, but no. It's the d pawn, the c pawn, the f pawn. Way too far ahead. Check was played. King e3. Rook backing up to prepare a check. But how about this? A beautiful swing around, maneuvering, covering the square, using yet another pawn as a hook, defensive hook. Rook c6 played here, and after e5, Fabi resigned the game. They're simply running, too many of them, unstoppable. You'll make material, you'll have to sacrifice material as white, and then you'll get mated. Stunning game from Prague with the black pieces, French defense. Hope you loved that one. Do have a look at the video on screen if you want to see some more epic chess, and I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.